We'll start. Yesterday we completed the upload pick. Let's do the data structure now. Yes, last time we did the stacks part. Today we'll do the queue. So queue also we'll do with two methods. One is with the array and then with the linked list. So let's write on the queue part. So queue is first in, first out. So consider the person in a queue, ticket queue, and first person will get ticket first and he will leave, and second person will get ticket second and then he will leave. So like that we have to build the queue. So let's build the queue using the array. I'll create a function. I'll name it as queue, and here we will use an array to create the queue. So I'll say this.data equal to array. This is our variable which will store the data. Now I have to create few functions. One of the function is add, and next function I will add is remove. Next I will do peek. So yeah, three functions will add. In the add function I will put some value which will go into the data, and these two will not have any variable. And when I have to call it, I will say var q equal to new capital Q, and then I can say q dot add. So I'll say person 1 is standing in the line, then I'll say q dot add person 2 and q dot add person 3. Okay, so we have 3 persons. It should be in the data. And when I try to remove it, first person to go out is person 1, then 2, then 3. So if we put the array structure, I will, let's say this is my array. I will add the person from the beginning. So person 1 will be in the array. Then another person which will come here, he will come before it. And then another person which will come here will come here. And when I want to remove it, I will remove from the end. That is, I will use the array pop to remove this, then this, and then this. This is how we will build our structure. So since I want to add the element at the beginning of the array, what should I use here? This.data dot. What should I put? Which function of the array I should use so that I should add this in the beginning of the array. Unshift. Unshift is the right answer. So to add the array element at the beginning of the array, we will use unshift function of the array, and I will put value in it. So whatever value I will put, it will be at the beginning of the array, and it will be stored in this data. And then if I want to remove it, I will use the pop. This.data, since I want to remove from the end, because person will be in the end of the array. So we need to use pop. So as a rule, first one, whoever will go first will be first out. So the person first one will go first, and he will be coming out first. Person 2 will go second, he will be coming out second. Person 3 will go third, he will come out third. So to remove the data from the end of the array, we use pop. Now for the peak, I have to show what is the last element of the array so that a person can see or the user can see which element we are going to remove. So I'll say this dot data. I'll say this dot data dot length minus 1. So this will give me the last element in the array which will go out. Now here I will say q dot peak to see which one is going out. So let's test this condition. Okay, so we got 3 person in the queue. Person, if I do peak, person 1 is going to out. If I do data, you will see in the array we have person 3, person 2, person 1. Person 1 enters first, which we can see with this statement. And if I want to remove it, I will remove the person 1. So let's remove it. So when I remove it, you will see maybe what happened. Okay, I have to do return, otherwise it will not be visible here. Okay, let's do return. Okay, now we will do q dot remove. So you can see person 1 is removed. Then I'll do peak again. So it's person 2. If I'll do remove again, person 2 is removed. Then I'll do peak again. Then I'll do remove. And if I do remove again, it is undefined because you cannot remove which is not there in the array. So just write down this function and then we'll go to the linked list part. So remove is defined, only thing is we didn't return. Now I added this return statement, it will be visible. Let me know once you are done with this function. Okay, so let's do the same thing, Q, using the linked list, and then we are done with the Q. Then we'll see problems next week related to Q and stack. I'll create a new file, Q using linked list. Since it is linked list, we need to create a function node which will take the value and the next is equal to null in the beginning. And then inside this, I'll say this dot wall is equal to wall, this dot next equal to next. So this is my node function. It is not function, it is a class. We will be using it as a class. We'll not use it as a function. Then we'll start with our function Q. So the first person which is entered has to be removed first. So you can, let's try to visualize the thing. So this is my head. It's currently pointing to null. But as soon as I put the element 1, then I can put second element 2. Then I can put third element 3. So if this is a person 1, this is person 2, this is person 3. So if I'm adding like this in the end, whatever I add in the end, now I want to remove in the queue. So I should remove element from here or here. How the queue works? Answer me. Whether I will remove the element from here or I will remove element from here. So if I remove from 3, third has gone third number. I added first 1, then 2, then 3. 3 number is third number. So if I remove third number, it is not Q. Q means add element first in, first out. So the first one is one person to enter and 3 is third person to enter. So we have to remove it from here. So since we have to remove it here from here, so head should point to this and we have to return this back. Then if I want to remove this, I will remove this and head will be pointing to this. So this is how we remove it. So while adding it, we need to traverse till end and then we have to add the new element. This is how we will do. We already did in the linked list. This push method of the linked list is to add the data in the queue and shift method of the linked list will be used to remove it. Okay, let's do that one now. So here I will create similar function, this dot. First it will be this dot head, which will be pointing to null initially. In array, we generally build the data with array, but in the linked list, we always have to build head. Then I will create function add. Then I will create a function remove. Then I'll add the function peek. So this is something add will happen. Let's try to copy this statement here. This will not change anything. The internals will change. So I have to add using the push method of the linked list. Okay, so we have to add at the end of the list. So what we have to do? So we will create one new node. I will say new node is equal to a new node with the value. Now, if we don't have head, that means the list is empty. If not this dot head, that means list is empty. I will point head to this node. This is the new node. I will point head to this node. This dot head equal to new node, and I will return. I don't need to go further. But if head is not empty, then I will create a temporary variable which will loop through the linked list, and it goes to the end. And once we reach the end, we will add new node in the end. So the current will be this dot head. Then I have to use while current dot next. If current dot next is there, then we will move the current to the next. So I will say current is equal to current dot next. And if once we don't get the current dot next, that means that is the last row, that is the last element. So we have to say current dot next is equal to new node. So what this line will do, this will take the head, current is pointing to head, and then we go through next till we reach the end. Once we reach the end, current dot next will not be there, and then we say current dot next equal to new node. We can return the new node also if we want, but like here, we didn't return anything for the add part. So it's better we should make similar function, so we will remove it. But in certain cases, if we need to know which one was added, we can return it. But right now, no need. So this is about add function. So just write down this add function, and then we will go to the remove and the peek method. So just complete this one, because if I do a full, then you will be lost. Okay, so this add function is similar to the push in the linked list. Now let's try to remove it. Removing means we need to remove from the first element in the head, and the head will point to the second element. But if we don't have head, if no head, this dot head, no this dot head, then I will return null. We don't have anything. Then what I'll do, I will point temporary variable to head, and then I will point head to its next element. So it will be this dot head equal to this dot head dot next. And then we have to return the current element, but we have to return the not the node but the value. So I'll say return current dot wall. So we are first taking this temporary variable to the head, then head will point to the second element, and we return the current dot wall, whatever we want to remove it. So since with this statement, the first element will be removed. Similarly, if we want to peek it, first statement will be same. If no head, return null. And I want to see which element is at the head. So just I will say this dot head dot wall. So what is the value in the head? I'll just return that. So let's try to run this, then you can write down. Okay, so if I peek, it is saying person 1. If I do Q, you will see we have head, we have person 1, then person 2, then person 3. Now if I want to remove, then it will remove person 1. Then let's do peek again. Then remove again. Then peek again. Then remove again. Then peek again. Then remove again. So everything is null after person 3. So this is how it works. Write down this remove and peek, and then we are done with the Q theory part. We need to do problems in it, which we will do next week. Okay, so we are done with this one queue, and next time we'll start the problems in the queue and stacks, and we'll do some more problems related to the JavaScript. Okay. So now you have to, yes, I will commit the code. You have to do this code again and again, maybe 5 times, 10 times, till you do without looking the whole queue using linked list, whole queue using the array, whole stack using the array, whole stack using the linked list. So you should write all this for without looking. And if you can write down, just post it in my Telegram, maybe in the group that you have completed. One by one, you go it and put it in the Telegram that you have written this without looking. So all the problems which I gave you from the bubble sort till stack and queue, each problem you should write without looking. So first write down with looking, by looking, second without looking, third looking, and once you feel confident, you just put it in the Telegram group, the final version of your code. Where we apply the queue. So let's see, there are many instances. Let's see in the Google, where can we apply queue? So stacks I already told last time. So it's saying handling the website traffic. The one traffic which comes first, we see first. Router and switching in network, hardware system. So whatever the CPU disk is there, so in that the first come and first goes. So this is the place we can use a queue. Maintain the playlist in the media player. You create a playlist and people want to add in that. So whatever, you also put the playlist in the YouTube. So whatever you put first will be in the first. So lesson first I put it. So while going through this, I will see the lesson first. So like this is a example of queue because I put lesson first one. So when I play it, lesson one will be played first. Okay, so this is the few examples of the queue. So once you master this queue and stack, we will do few problems in the queue and stacks. So I will tell you what problem we can do. I have in my list. One of the problem I have the two queue. You have to merge both the queue. Second problem which I have is using two stack, we need to implement the queue. So you cannot use the queue. You have to use stack, but you have to show the behavior of the queue. That is another function problem which we will do. And third one is the braces. Braces check. So if you have the string which is equal to remove duplicate from that's not the valid thing. Remove duplicate from the linked list is the valid thing. So queue doesn't work on duplicate parts like this. So you have to understand the real world scenario. Queue is first comes, first out. So there is no way of removing the duplicate. Yes, you can remove, but that is something we are removing in the linked list. That is nothing to do with the queue. So if I have this rectangular bracket, curly bracket, round bracket, so I should end round bracket first because this is something ends first. So I need to wrap this first. I cannot put curly bracket here because curly bracket comes after the round bracket. So round bracket should close first, then curly bracket should close, then rectangular bracket should close. So this balanced parenthesis. So it is called balanced parenthesis. This has to be achieved using queue. So these are the 3-4 problems in the in the in queue and stack. So this question was asked in Facebook also, and most of the top company asked this question. If we have this kind of structure, how will you say that it is balanced or not? Balanced means the rectangular should start first, end in the end. This should add second, so this should come in the second last. So this is the example of stacks. We have to implement using the stacks. So these are the three problems which we will do in the stacks and queue. Okay, so that's about this one. Let me see what we can do today at the thing. Okay, so this month we will do queue and stacks only. Next month we'll start with the trees. Okay, so let's continue with our React now because I don't want to jump more into it. Jump more into the queue and stacks now because you need to do it. You need to remember it. Once you remember it, we will do problems. And before starting the problems, I will ask you queue and stacks. Maybe you need to do without looking and post in the Telegram group so that I know you have done it. Because when I ask, we don't have time to do all the things. So you have to do this and put it in the Telegram group that you have done without looking. You need to paste your solution. Okay, so let's try to complete this because we need to complete this code also, this website also before we move to Node.js. So we have this form. Okay, and now once we add this part, link part, I want to show it here. Okay, so let's do this showing part. And once we do the showing part, we will submit in the database. Okay, so let's do quickly whatever we can do today. So once I put the links, I want to see the link here and I should go to that link and I should be able to delete the link. I will not give the edit capability, just you can delete it and add a new link or you view that link. So that is how this link will work. So let's build that part. So we have the create part. In the create part, so I have to show the link here. So the link will be, let's see how the format of the link will be. So if I add some link, you will see the link is going as df something like this. Okay, so this is the link. So it is in the array format. So we have to loop through these links. So let's see how we can loop through the links. So here I will say this, show this grid. If we have links, where is the link saved? in the form values links. So we say if we have form values dot links and form values dot links dot length should be greater than 0, then I use the map function to loop it. We'll say form values dot links dot map, and in the map I have arrow function. So it will come here as a record, and record I have to, and I will also get index for that one. So here I have to return div with a record, so user can see it. So I will give the key here. Key will be nothing but maybe I'll say links underscore dollar index. Okay, so what I'm doing it, I'm giving some unique value. Index is 0, 1, 2, 3. I will prepend with links so that user can see the links like this. So generally I need to create a 3-column code, 3 columns. Okay, so let's try to create 3 columns here, and then I will put that code here. So here is my parent div, and in that parent div I will say style. I'll give some style in a minute. So here will be the first div will be the link, and second div will be edit, not edit, maybe delete. We will make 2 only, link and delete, and if someone will click this link, it will open in the next tab. That link will be open in next tab. Let's see how it looks. So this is a link and delete. Since both are in the different line, we need to make it in the same line. So we will use display flex. Once I use display flex, so here is a link and delete. And I want this item to be taking the whole of the space. So for that, I will say justify content equal to space between. So once I say space between, refresh, you will see link is shown here and delete is shown here. So it's taking the whole width kind of thing. Maybe here I'll say it's 3 links. Okay, links is there. I have link, and the delete button is here. And after we are done with this, let's put some BR tag now. We can give the spacing also. Yeah, I just want to keep this one. Or why not we should put this whole thing in the what you call as search paper. Let's put in everything in the paper. Okay, so this is my paper which has the links and link here. So let's make it elevation. I'll make elevation of 1. 3 is little more. I will make the elevation of 1. And why not to give some padding in this one in the paper? I will say padding equal to 15 pixel. Okay, so we have some padding. So whenever someone will put these links, we'll show this paper and we'll show all the links here. Let's delete this PR now. Okay. So now let's try to use these dynamic form values. So I will put return statement here. Okay. And I want to show this grade only when we have this part. So let's drag this side. So I'm dragging this part outside the grid and putting this here. So if we have the form link, then only we show this paper part. So this is the part we do for this one. So right now, we don't have any link. So we are just seeing the link and add link. Once I add it, you will see it. So let's try to add few links. Maybe let's say google.com. Okay, so it's showing link here, though the real value is google.com. So let's try to show the real value. So instead of link, I will show the real value. And I want it in the A tag so that I can open it with a target of blank. And I will put this link here. So once I put target blank with AH reference, I will get this warning that we need to add this part. So let's add this part. Okay, now I'll put few links where this movie will be available. So you will see I have the Google. If I open it, it opens in the new tab. I can add multiple links, whatever I want. In YouTube, I can put another link. So you will see another one here. Let's put some spacing between the two div. Maybe I'll say margin below bottom equal to 8 pixels. Okay, so now we have distance. So we will list all the links which we have here, and user can delete also that link. Okay, so once he delete it, he can add new links also. So that is the purpose of adding the links. Let's try to put the numbering so that user should know what number he is. So numbering will be based on the index, but we have to add 1 index plus 1 so that user can see. User should see 1, 2. Okay, user is able to see 1, 2, and here also I will say delete record. Delete which record? Because sometimes the distance is too much. User will not be able to know which one he is reading. Now, right now we have only 2. If we have 10, by mistake he will delete another one. So I'll just say delete record 1. Maybe I'll remove the record, delete 1 and delete 2. Okay, so delete 1, delete 2. This will delete 2 number record. Okay, so we can show the links here. So let's delete it now. So when user will click the delete one, I have to delete it. So I will put on click event. It will be arrow function. And here style, I'll put the style. Style will be cursor equal to pointer. So here is my cursor. Maybe I'll say color equal to blue. So that user knows that it's a link, some kind of. Okay, so what will happen when I delete it? I will go through this array. Which array? This one. And I will delete the index and I will just update the form values. Okay, so how we have to do it? Can anyone write the delete code? We have the index. Based on the index, I want to delete from this array. Can anyone tell me what should I write in this one? How should I delete particular row from this link, from this array? Slice. The better than slice is splice method. Can anyone write down the code to splice it and return? Yeah, I want exactly not one line code. Just what should I put it here and it should work. So we have this one and then we have the index. So just give me exact code which will work. I will not change the variable name also. I will just put whatever you have, I'll just put inside this and it should work. You have 2 minutes to try. Okay, so let's see how to delete it. Maybe you're trying it, you can try, go on trying. So the thing is that we need to take this array and we need to splice it. So let's do it. So I'll create one variable which will be shallow copy of this links. Okay, someone else done it. Yeah. We already have the index. We don't need to find the index. We already have the index. So you don't need to find the index separately. Yeah, you have tried nicely. It will work, but we need to finish it. So we have the array with the form links value dot links. Then I will use a dot splice, and I will give the index which already we have, and I will delete one. Which index? Which is here. And then we need to update. We need to update this with the in the form values. For that, I can directly call this function handle change. I'll pass links and I'll pass this array. So once I call this handle change, it will update the form values. Okay, so let's do this. Add link, add another link, add another link, add another link. Now delete number 3, 2, 2, 1. So it got deleted. Okay, so this way we delete it. Okay, so that's about the delete of this one. So I will give you this file. You can try if it is working same way as for me. I'll give you this in the Telegram. Then you need to find similar thing. You need to do similar thing for this one. Here we have only one row for displaying and one row for delete. But if we add here, we will have one row for cast type, one row for the cast value, and we need to display these two things. So give a try on this one, and I will do it on next time. Next Saturday I will do it. So you can do it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whenever you get time. Do similar thing as we did here. So let me give you this file. You can get it from the Git also, but I'm just giving in the Telegram also. Okay, that's all for today. Any questions? So I will give you the assignments every day. So this is assignment 1, which you have to finish tomorrow, and it will take 15 to 30 minutes to do this. First thing which you have to do is write down 10 times queues and stacks using array and linked list both method. Okay, you have to write down manually. Don't do copy paste. And write down 10 times by looking only. Okay, don't cover it. It be so by looking over the code. Okay, and then once you write down 10 times, 11th time you should write down without looking. 11th time write down without looking. And so you have to do this assignment, and you have to paste your 10 times in the React Telegram group so that I know you have written 10 times. Remember, don't copy paste. Do not copy paste. You have to write down each line. You can refer it, you can look it and do it, but don't copy paste. Just look in one screen, you open it, the notes, and in one screen you try to write down. And once you complete the 10 times, I want all 10 times to be pasted in the React Telegram group. Don't copy paste. Just look and write down. And 11th time, write down without looking. So this is the assignment which you have to give it to me tomorrow. For me here today is 13th March 2022. So you have to deliver it by 14th March 2022. Okay, only this assignment is for today. Every day I will give you some assignment so that you should be every day doing some 30 minutes to 1 hour. Though we will meet next Saturday, but tomorrow at least I will see who has completed and who has not. So I will know that you are working hard. So you have to do this one. Okay, I will go through it. Okay, so this Q using list, tags, and stack using all. Okay, maybe don't do all one. Do this stack part. Okay, I will copy paste here, and so that you can refer it. So maybe do only stack tomorrow. Q I will give you tomorrow. So I will paste this assignment, tomorrow's assignment, in the Telegram. So just do this stack part. This is using the array, and this is using the data structure. Okay, so you have to do this both. I have written here, but you have to write it down 10 times by looking it. And then once you're done, 11th time you have to write without looking and paste it in the Telegram group. So if you think after 5 times you are comfortable, then also you have to complete 10 times. Don't think that after 5 times you know the code, you will write down the without looking last time. That will not work. You have to give me 10 times this by looking at it. Okay, so do it only stack today. Tomorrow I will give you Q. Okay, every day we'll give you some assignment. Okay, let's put in this also. Okay, I will put this assignment here so that you can refer it. Let me put it here. Assignment 1. Okay, give me 1 minute.